You're looking at a live picture from Olympia Field. It's the Cox Game of the Week, and it is live tonight. The Baker Buffaloes against the Belaire Bengals. It is homecoming for the Belaire Bengals. Good evening, everybody. I'm Dennis McCain, and welcome once again to the Cox Game of the Week. It's a beautiful, once again, autumn night. Good to have you tuned in all over East Baton Rouge Parish and the surrounding parishes. Joining me tonight is my partner, Coach Belaire Murphy. Coach, this is a big district game, 4-5A, and this Baker team is 2-0 in the district.
Baker's tough right now. They are 5-2 overall. Belaire's coming in, they've had their rough go. But this is a district ball game, folks, and believe me, anything can happen.
And we'll see it when it happens live on the Cox Game of the Week. When we come back, we'll preview the Baker Buffaloes, who have traveled down to Olympia Stadium from the northern part of the parish. And we'll take a look at the Buffaloes when we come back on the Cox Game of the Week.
The Cox Game of the Week is brought to you in part by Bassett Furniture Direct, Baton Rouge.
Welcome back to the Cox Game of the Week. The Baker Buffaloes, the visitors tonight at Olympia Stadium. Coach Bob Howell, they have won the district championship for the last 2 years. He's only been there 3. He's done a great job, and he has another good team, Coach, at Baker.
Well, Bob's an outstanding football coach. They run the wishbone, and they got one of the best running backs in the entire 5A area, and a young man by the name of Lindsey. He averages about 8.9 yards per carry. But the thing about him, they got 2 big bookend guards, Wells and Noble, 300 pounds plus. He gets behind those guys, and he runs the football.
Nothing fancy. The Buffaloes just come straight at you.
Well, with guys that big, you don't have to be fancy. But he does run the triple option. A disciple of Emory Bellard many, many years ago. He runs a true triple option.
And on defense, the Buffaloes play a very tough defense also.
Very tough. They run a multiple defense, a lot of fronts, good defensive backs. They're an outstanding football team right now. They won in the district. What else can we say?
Well, let's look at Murphy's Law for the Baker Buffaloes. The keys to victory tonight for the visitors from up in Baker.
Okay, here's the big thing for Baker tonight. There's no need to get overconfident. Just stay focused, play their game, run, and do the things they do best. No turnovers. Don't give those guys a chance to get in the ball game. This is a district ball game, and the Bengals still want to win a district ball game. And you know what? Last of all, run that wishbone, give it to the big running back, let the big guys up front do the job.
Well, it's a special night for the Belaire Bengals because it's homecoming. And when we come back, we'll take a look at the orange and blue Belaire Bengals. David Bauman is in his first year at Belaire. He's looking for a win this year, but he's got a young team, but you can bet on homecoming, the Belaire Bengals are going to come to play.
They always come to play. It's a matter, they're young. A lot of freshmen, sophomore coach said, playing out there with the Bengals tonight. But you know what? Anything can happen between the lines. And look for a real good football game tonight out of the Bengals.
Well, the Belaire Bengals have a young man by the name of Sanders also, Coach.
Quarterback, Ashton Sanders, he threw a 72-yard touchdown strike against the Bears last week.
And defensively, they just line up, Belaire does, and come after you.
They come after you, and, they're young but inexperienced, but they play real hard.
All right, in Murphy's Law, the keys to victory tonight for the Bengals of Belaire on their homecoming.
Okay, the thing for the Bengals, they got to make something happen early. They got to get big play or two. They got to get the big mo on their side. Also, they got to hit some big licks. Go get somebody, make some things happen for them. Take everything that they can get and capitalize on it and score on every opportunity that they have tonight.
Well, we're just about 15 minutes away from kickoff tonight. We're at Olympia Stadium. I'm Dennis McCain with Barrett Murphy. It's our Art Root television production, and it's live every Friday night on Cox Cable in the Baton Rouge area. Coach, you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Good.
All right, when we come back, we'll have more pregame activities, all the festivities from Olympia Stadium on the Cox Game of the Week. The Baker Buffaloes and the Belaire Bengals live from Olympia Stadium. Good evening once again, everybody. I'm Dennis McCain, along with Coach Barrett Murphy and Gary Risponi down on the sideline. Good to have you tuned in tonight on the Cox Game of the Week, and it is a Root Television production. Let's go down to the field to our third member of the crew now, Gary Risponi, as a guest, as he is down on Olympia Field.
Dennis, we're sitting here waiting for Miss Fontenot to come, and she's out visiting with her alumni, and I got the assistant principal, Frank Rico. And Frank, I know you want to welcome everybody to the festive occasion.
Yes, I want to welcome everybody to Friday night football in Baton Rouge. Belaire versus I can't remember who I'm talking to.
Baker Buffaloes.
Baker Buffaloes. I should know that. And hopefully we're going to win tonight. Should be a good game. Should be our first victory.
And guys, we're going to come back to you later as soon as Miss Fontenot comes in. She's out visiting with her alumni. Back to you guys.
It is a beautiful night for football. You're looking at the Baker contingent as they are across the way and have made their way down to Olympia Field tonight to take on the Belaire Bengals. It is going to be an outstanding night for football. We mentioned that several times, but the weather is absolutely beautiful on this autumn evening, and it is great to have all of you tuned in. Once again, recapping our players tonight. First of all, for the Baker Buffaloes, and they are coached by Bob Howell. Look for Lindsey Sanders, the running back from the Baker Buffaloes, and he's a good one. He wears number 32. We'll look at him a little bit later on, and they're led also by their quarterback, James Allen. Over on the other side at quarterback is another man named Sanders, Ashton Sanders, the quarterback of the Belaire Bengals, and they'll have a couple of guys in the backfield, Jermaine Johnson and also Addison, and at fullback that they will give the ball to Antonio Donahue. Well, it is a 4-5A football game. The Baker Buffaloes 5-2 on the season. They are 2-0 in the district. Now, Belaire off to an 0-7 start, but they do have a young team, and you'll see them tonight give it a big effort at Olympia Field. And you're looking, as a matter of fact, at the Belaire Bengals as they are lined up in the north end zone on the Coca-Cola pregame show here at Olympia Field.
Stay behind him with the tape.
Well, we're waiting for both teams to come out onto the playing surface tonight, and they'll be coming out shortly. You see the look at Baker now, and their fine coach up there, Bob Howell, as he gives his team some pregame instructions. And you look at their players, and they have some big ones. They have a couple of guys that are in the 300-pound range, and as a matter of fact, unofficially, they tell us that one of the Baker players could be as high as 400 pounds. Well, we'll be back for more activities as we get ready for the kickoff tonight on the Cox Game of the Week. When we come back, we'll have more on the Coca-Cola pregame show. It's the Cox Game of the Week. Let's go down on the field, Coach, because the pregame activities continue now with the coin toss.
You're the home team, we're going to call you blue. You're the visitors, we're going to call you white. I forgot to give you my name. My name is Ronald Kemp. I'm going to be the referee. White gets to call a coin flip. I have a coin here with a head and a tail on it. Who's going to call it? You will. Call it while it's in the air. Call it loud enough for everybody to hear it. If I drop it, we'll pick it up and do it again. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Here we go.
Tails.
What did he call?
Tails.
He called the tails. It is heads. You have won the coin flip. You can kick, receive, choose a goal, or defer to the second half. Okay. Heads won. You won the coin flip. You can kick, receive. You want to defer. You want to receive, don't you? Okay. What goal do you want? That goal. Put your back to your goal. Put your back to your goal. This team has won the toss, and they will defer.
All right, the
This
Belaire
team will
Bengals
receive
coach
in
won
this
the toss,
direction.
but they defer to the second half, and so Baker says, give us the football, and we'll take it first.
I tell you what, they're giving it to a high-powered offense, wishbone. true option, triple option. They read it. Talked to Coach Howell this week about it. Okay. And he's got the guys can.
Baker Buffaloes and the Belaire Bengals. We are live from Olympia Stadium here in Baton Rouge. Coach Murphy, I'm Dennis McCain. Coach, it's a great night for football, and we're just about ready to go.
Getting ready to tee it up, baby, and I tell you what, I'm looking for an exciting ball game, regardless of record, district ball game. You know what? Got a lot riding on this ball game. Baker especially shooting for their third district title in 3 years, Dennis.
Well, the Belaire Bengals tonight will be in blue uniforms, all in blue, with blue pants, blue shirts, and blue headgear. And the Baker Buffaloes in their red pants, their white shirts, and their red headgear. Kicking off tonight is Craig Oxley. He has the ball teed up at the 40. That's the South 40 at Olympia Field. Coach, you ready? Here we go.
We are ready.
The Cox Game of the Week. We are live, and Oxley now is waiting for a sign from the official to kick the football. He wears number 30 on his back. Our officials getting in place. We'll go over the officials a little later on in the telecast, but right now we're ready for the kickoff, and the Bengals waiting for a sign, and here it comes. Oxley kicks a low ball along the ground, and Baker is going to have great field position as they'll get it across all the way out to about the 40-yard line, and running with that football for the Baker Buffaloes look like number 16 Sproul with it, and he gives them great field position, Coach. Baker starts from the 41.
Well, I think they were a little afraid to kick it deep. They squib kicked it. The guy picked it up, made a nice return to the 40, so they start out in outstanding position.
Tyson made the tackle for the Belaire Bengals. 1st and 10 for the Baker Buffaloes. At quarterback tonight, James Allen, number 10. They love to run an option situation on offense. They'll give you a different look, though. They'll put several guys in the backfield, but always they'll have an option on the play.
Well, he follows the teachings of Emory Bellard. He's a triple option man and has run into a lot of success for 3 years, Dennis.
Well, notice the huge players on the Baker Buffalo line. You can look at their linemen standing on the other side of their fine quarterback, James Allen. And if you're going to run the football, or if you're going to be a quarterback, you like to have those big guys in front of you.
Well, when you look at that offensive line, you got two offensive guards. Luna Wells, he's over 300. Bertel Noble is over 300. Jason Williams, OT, 265. And Kendrick Sims, 275, the other offensive tackle. So you're looking at some beef. You know when they say, where's the beef? The Buffaloes have got a lot of beef.
The beef is on their offensive line tonight, and I think the delay was getting the chain set across the way, but now we're ready to go. Now in the backfield, Adrian Crook is the man who has number 31 on. He's standing right behind the quarterback, Allen, as Allen calls the signals, and he gives it straight ahead, and running that football in there was Crook, and he only got about 2 yards. Belaire did a good job on the inside.
Big Adrian Crook, he read the first read, handed it off, saw an opening, and gave it to the big fullback.
Carter made the tackle in there for the Bengals of Belaire. It'll set up now a 2nd down. We'll call it 2nd down, and looks like about 7 to go.
Well, you know, Dennis, all it takes is 3 yards for 3 downs, 3.5, and you'll get you a first.
The white-shirted Baker Buffaloes put a man in motion. Here comes that option play that we talked about, and the quarterback is going to keep it. Allen keeps it for a 1st down into Belaire territory to about the 45-yard line. The Buffaloes have the initial 1st down of the game. Bazile came up and made the tackle for Belaire.
All right, this is a straight down the line sprint type option, what we call a speed option. It's a single option. Quarterback decides to keep the football, turns up, gets a big 1st down.
And a good job that time by Allen as he used the stiff arm to get to the outside from the 45-yard line. 2 men in the slot out there, Coach, and he has Crook in the backfield. Let's see what he does with it. It's an option again, and there's that pitch, but there's a fumble in the backfield as Sanders fumbles the football for a big loss, and the Bengals were charging very hard on the outside.
Here we come with down the line option. He options off the end pitches. It's a good pitch, but Mr. Sanders put it on the ground. These are the kind of things that Belaire needs to stay in this ball game.
Well, Allen came up for Belaire and caused the problem after the ball was already on the ground. Now we have a second down and long, second down and 19 yards to go for Baker, and that's what you don't want to do on the option. All right, Allen again, this time the option out here to the right, and then he pitches the ball with some running room down past the 40 and all the way down to the 35-yard line. A big hit down there, and coming up to make that hit was a man by the name of Barslow, and he made a nice hit there, but it was a big run.
First dive, pulled it out, pitches it, beautiful pitch, beautiful execution downfield, nice run by number 41. And a good hit by both of them. Wham! Wow.
Well, it was Dedrick Barrow who came up and made that big hit. And it's very close to a first down.
All right, let's see the big guard coming out here on the G option scheme. He comes, turns the corner, takes the cornerback out of play. Beautiful block by number 65 for the Buffaloes.
Very close to a first down. It was a 2nd and 19, and they've gotten close to the first down, and we'll have a measurement down on the field. And it's a first down. For the Buffaloes, they'll have to bring the chain all the way back across the field, but Baker picks up a first down on the play.
The big block by number 65 was Ahmad Harris. He's a sophomore, 240-pound offensive lineman.
First and 10 for the Buffaloes. A nice drive going. They were stymied a little bit, having a 2nd and 19, but they did a good job in picking up the first down. Allen continues to run the show for Baker. And we have a flag that is dropped on the field, Coach. Not exactly sure why the flag was dropped, but the officials drop it just as the Buffaloes get to the line of scrimmage.
Dead ball foul, encroachment on the defense. 5 yards.
That's the thing about high school football, Coach. If you just look like you're going to step offside on defense, they drop the flag immediately, and that's what they did in that situation. And so it'll set up a second down, actually a first down now. 1st and 5 for Baker. That's a great position to be in for the Buffaloes. Here's the option, and the option is just to keep it himself, and he does. Allen straight up the middle with the football. First down for the Buffaloes, down around the 16-yard line on the tackle that time for the Belaire Bengals. Coming up a couple of men. Allen was one of them.
Nice ride by the quarterback, and he follows the big fullback on the block. Nice play, nice design play, big run by the quarterback.
It was Allen running the football, number 10, and Allen, number 10, making the tackle for Belaire. The ball is just outside the 15-yard line. It is first down. 10 yards to go. And here's a run out to the left side and a gain of about 9 on the play. A nice gain there on first down, Coach, as Belaire just continues to be knocked back on defense, and a good drive by the Baker Buffaloes. And it is a first down as he gets just right down to the first down marker, gets just inside the 5, and they have it almost at the 4. On first down, here's a drive off the right side. Good job that time, though, by the Belaire Bengals. Only a gain of about a yard on the play.
Number 41, Dustin Stokes on the carry. Brought down by number 34, Jason Fuller. Number 15, John Bazille. Gain of 1. Second and goal to 4.
Second down, Coach. Second down and only 4 yards to go for the Buffaloes. And there's a handoff over the left side, a gain of maybe a couple on the play. But Belaire knocks Sanders down, and the Bengals are doing a good job, Coach. At least inside the 5 they are.
All right, let's go look. It looks good. They're lining up in the full house now when they get inside that 5-yard. That's the real full house wishbone there. They ran a double wham the first one. They came back with a counter wham, which is a single wham to the backside on this last one.
It's third down and 3 yards to go for Baker. Let's see if they can push it in now. Allen calls the signals, puts a man in motion, and here's the option to the outside. Allen just waltzes into the end zone. Touchdown for the Baker Buffaloes. Very easy, Coach. Allen rolled out to the left side. He saw a little hole there. It opened up for him, and he just took it to the end zone, and the Buffaloes lead it 6-0.
Well, Dennis, it was more than a little hole. You could have driven a truck through there.
The extra point by Jake Lanier. He has the ball teed up, and his extra point is up in the air, and it's perfect. It is 7-0. The Baker Buffaloes lead it over the Belaire Bengals on the Cox Game of the Week. And takes the kickoff for Belaire, and he moves it across the 30, and the Belaire Bengals will play it from their own 32-yard line. Let's go back to the field now. Here's Gary Risponi.
Hey guys, standing next to me is Ms. Myra Fontenot. She is the principal at Belaire Bengals. Ms. Fontenot, we want to thank you for having us tonight, and I know it's homecoming and a very festive occasion, and thank you from Cox and from Art Root Productions for having us here.
Oh, it's our pleasure to have Art Root. Art's been a good friend of Belaire High School, and we enjoy Cox Cable, and they're new in our community. We're very happy to have them as part of our programs. We're having a real good year at Belaire High School. We're doing lots of things in student initiative and getting everybody ready for any kind of test that we have to pass. And our community service is doing well. I'm very proud I'm going to announce tonight that Union Planters has adopted Belaire High School. So we look forward to a real strong, healthy relationship with that part of our community.
Thank you so much, Ms. Fontenot. And back to you guys, and we'll come back to Ms. Fontenot later.
Well, the quarterback, Sanders, flips the ball down the field to Kendall Addison. Belaire has a first down at the 48-yard line to the Baker Buffaloes. He's going to throw it again. He's looking for Addison, and the ball is batted away down the field. Willie Sept batted that ball away. Let's go back to the field.
Ms. Fontenot, we're back with you again, and I know we want to talk to you about current events at the school, I know your super team you have in volleyball.
Yes, sir. We're very proud of our Lady Bengals volleyball team. They're 25-0. They're the only public school ranked in the top 10 in the state of Louisiana, and they are just a wonderful bunch of young ladies. Probably collectively, they rank academically about a 3.5 GPA collectively. They're just wonderful kids, and we are so proud of them. And their coach, Win Wingate, they've done some real hard work, and it's really paying off for all of us. We're very proud of them.
Is there anything else you have on a current calendar?
You know what? We got a calendar that's so long I don't think I can remember everything, but we have got things coming up on a daily basis. Basically, we're a good, solid high school. We do things for kids, and we are just being successful at what we do. And we're proud to be here with all you guys at Cox tonight. Thank you very much.
And thank you for coming in. Guys, you see this? This lady can handle it. You hear that, Coach? She's the real deal, Coach.
Miss Fontenot, a nice lady and doing a great job at Belaire, Coach.
I like that idea, the real deal. Hey, how about that, Dennis? That term and the two words are used a lot nowadays.
Well, it really is, and there's no doubt who patented that statement, the real deal.
Is high school sports.
High school sports.
Well, we got a little discussion out there by the people and the colors out there. And, you know, Dennis, again, we have another outstanding crew tonight as far as the officials are concerned.
a big loss coming out there for the Baker Buffaloes as they charge in and knock down Belaire. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the Bengals will have to punt it away.
In this kind of situation, these guys don't want to get in early in the game. They got to turn this back over to the grinding offense of the Buffaloes. They really need to get in the ball game, make something big happen. And let's see, it's 3rd down, Dennis. We have a 3rd down situation.
3rd down because they got that play over. I thought it was after the play a dead ball foul, but it was not. And so they'll get another 3rd down, and they'll call a timeout. So we do have a timeout at Olympia Field. We're coming back. It's 7-0 Baker on the Cox game of the week. And a lot of trouble in the backfield right now. And there is the quarterback running the football, but he won't get back to the line of scrimmage. He will do that, but he won't nearly get enough for a 1st down as Antonio Donahue finally had the football, and now Belaire will have to punt. Ramsey made the tackle for Baker. Coach Baker's very tough on defense, and they stop Belaire, and they have 4th down and a mile. 4th down now, and it was a slight loss in the play. 4th and 31. Baker punts it away, or Belaire does to Baker, and the Buffaloes are going to get great field position as that ball goes off the right side of the kicker's foot and out of bounds, and Baker has great field position outside, actually in Belaire territory.
Well, these are the kind of things that the kicking game can get you in trouble. I'll tell you what, the turnover here is to Baker's advantage. Coming out here with that wishbone again, highly tuned offense. These guys look good running the triple option, and you really got to give it to Coach Howell. 3 years, 2 district championships, aiming for number 3 with the big win tonight. He's stepping in the right direction.
Well, there are only 2 losses this year, as you mentioned, to the West Monroe Rebels and Holy Cross. But the Holy Cross game was a game that Baker really had a good shot of winning. 1st down once again for Baker. They already have the lead, and here's a handoff straight ahead in a big hole, and here comes a touchdown. That's Crook with it. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Baker.
Now that is what you call a quick hitter. 47-yard touchdown by Mr. Adrian Crook, Jr., 190-pound fullback. He showed a little speed, Dennis.
Well, Baker had been spreading the field out with those option plays, but that time it wasn't an option. It was a handoff straight ahead, and Crook took it to the house. 13-0, Baker in the lead. With the extra point still to come. Jake Lanier is the man who will kick the extra point, and he has it teed up there at the 10. His extra point is perfect. It's 14-0. We're coming back on the Cox game of the week with Baker leading 14-0.
From Cajun cuisine to the...
Belaire will get the ball again, and there is the kick coming down the field and being taken down there by Addison. And Addison is trying to find some running room to the right side. He does find some room, and there he goes down the sideline across the 45-yard line. Belaire gets good field position again, Coach.
Nice return by Kendall Addison, 5'7", 135-pound tailback, 11th grader. Nice return.
The Bengals in their blue uniforms back on the offense, already trailing.
Turn, he takes the sideline, makes a nice cut there, sets up his blockers, turns it up the sideline, shows great speed, great block. Prior to that, look at this guy run. Big tackle by number 9 for the Buffaloes. Addison again.
Sims was a man that made the tackle on that kickoff, and now Belaire plays it on 1st down. The Bengals get about 3 yards on that play out to the right side. Williams made the tackle for Baker.
A little action going on that sideline with the coaches from Belaire trying to put the big bow into the Bengals. They're here to get something on the clock, on the scoreboard.
With David Bauman in his first year at Belaire. He has a challenge there right now, but he has a young team and a future at Belaire.
Good coaching staff, good young group of kids. It'll take a little time, but you know what? These guys are going to get there.
Second down and a long 6. Here is a rollout this way, and a whistle blows. And we'll have to look at what happened here. We do have a new quarterback in the game, as Ashton Sanders is still quarterbacking the Belaire Bengals. Number 25 still in the game.
Y'all got to get faster. 5.
The penalty, though, coach, is going to be on Belaire. A 5-yard penalty will make it a second down now and 11. Belaire puts a wide receiver way out this way. That's Casey Herbert. He's out of your picture right now with one running back. And here's a flip to Johnson. And Johnson's trying to get to the outside, but they're not going to let him do that because making the tackle
Titus
there
Gray.
Was Titus Gray. He's a man that we heard a lot about before we got out here tonight.
He's a senior, 200-pound, strong safety. Heard a lot about him from Coach. Got some people looking at him. Good-looking kid, can run and moves well and tackles well.
It brings up a third down and 12 situation for the Bengals. Sanders once again with only one running back. He has 3 men out this way, and he options to the other side of the field and nothing doing. A good job by Baker. Addison, the ball carrier, is knocked down, and he's knocked down in the backfield. Henderson made the tackle, and Belaire will punt it back to Baker.
I'll tell you what, they talk about the Baker offense. The defense is showing some signs of being pretty good themselves.
Well, this is a good Baker football team. Belaire will have to punt it again. Our thanks to both schools tonight for all the help that they have given us in this broadcast. Belaire and also to Baker. Coach, the officials have been talking a lot down there tonight. You might want to go over the crew.
The crew, the referee is Ronald Kemp. Good friend of mine, umpire Tony Latchley.
Foul.
Tony Latchley, linesman
on White.
Calvin Lacey.
5 yards.
Terrell Bordelon, line judge Odell Wilmer Sr., back judge, clock operator Matt Job, and the 25-second clock operator is Steve Furlow.
All right, you're looking at the deep man back there, number 7 for the Baker Buffaloes. That's Williams. And the kick actually, though, is going to go over to the other side. And running that ball is Crawford, number 1. And Crawford has it back to almost to the 40-yard line, to the 39. But Baker has, once again, great field position.
And I tell you what, from watching the first 2 possessions, they hit quick and score quick.
Tyson made the tackle for Belaire. He was assisted by Bland. And from the 39, the Buffaloes will put it in play. Gary has the Belaire Bengal down with him on the sideline.
Looks like he wants to dance with Gary.
From the 39, the galloping Goomba can dance now.
You think he can do a step or 2?
Oh, he's a dancer. Good crowd here tonight as you look at homecoming stands there of Belaire. All right, back on the offense, and there's that play straight ahead, but there's a fumble, and a Baker very alertly, coach, jumps on the football.
Big Lundy Wells, big senior, 300-pound offensive guard.
And once again, the official drops a flag.
These big guys come off the football. I tell you what, look at that hole. Gee, he turns the defensive lineman out. There's a fumble, but there's big Lundy Wells.
Well, the big man jumped on it, and the official, Coach Murphy, drops another flag.
We got some laundry out there. Let's see what it's about. Well, I tell you what, the Wells kid's impressive looking. Dennis, good looking kid. They say he's over 300. Coach wouldn't say exactly how much, but he's got good feet, good movement. I like the big guy. Lundy Wells, senior, 300-pound offensive lineman. It's against Belaire, Dennis.
Well, it's a big one too,
Coach.
This
is a major penalty.
Let's go down to the field, see if we can pick up the call. Well, the call is
15 yards.
15 yards, right.
The call is 15 yards.
Just outside the 40-yard line, Baker has it. They already have a 14-0 lead. We're just in the first quarter. Look how tight that formation is for Baker, only a wide man out to the left. James Allen is going to keep it down the middle, and he'll slide inside the 35 down to about the 33-yard line. His forward progress is stopped there by Olin, but he has a gain of 8 on first down. That's a good play with the quarterback just keeping it right up the middle.
It's very deceptive. He rides the ball into the line of scrimmage, then he looks backside over pursuit. He pulls it out, and then he'll go backside on that.
Second down, about 3 yards to go. Once again, that tight formation, a couple of guys in the slot, and some new men in the backfield for Baker. Here's the option play, and the pitch out to the right. Better job this time, though, by the Belaire Bengals as Stacia has the football, but he's going to be thrown for a loss back at the 35.
Looks like the load option here. He pitches off the cornerback here, and he allows the pursuit to come up. Nice upfield pursuit. Good discipline defense there by the Belaire Bengals, and that's what you got to do against any type of option team. Assignment, people taking people. Belaire did a good job of doing that then.
Carter and Tyson made the tackle. It's third down and 5 yards to go for the Belaire Bengals. There on defense, Baker on offense, and here's a keeper again by Allen. Allen is right down to the 30-yard line, and he leans ahead, coach, and that's a first down.
Good play. They're running the load. They're taking that fullback and out there and loading on the end. Quarterback's turning up behind the block when he sees daylight. And sometimes he'll come outside the load block, and you'll see him later on probably pitch the ball, turn up the field with it.
Tyson and also Bazile made the tackle. It's the Cox game of the week, and it's live tonight from Olympia Field. Allen
Y'all stay bunched up.
For Baker, still in the game. Here's a mix-up on a handoff, but still getting the ball is Titley, and look at him fight his way down to the 15. Let's go down back to Gary on the field.
Hey, out of all the homecoming games we done did in the last couple of years, I got a good homecoming story. This is unique for Belaire. I haven't heard of it all year. These are graduates of Belaire High School and come back at homecoming to cheer. And what is your name?
My name is Lauren Shirley, and I graduated in 2000.
My name is Kristen Sonia, graduated in 2000.
I'm Kyra, graduated class 2000.
I'm Tirza Harris, also graduated in 2000.
Gina Carr, class of 2000.
Boy, we got about 2,000 years. Back to you guys. Ain't that great?
Here's a fight up the middle by Crook. Crook takes it down about the 13-yard line. Coach, homecoming night special in high school, isn't it?
Always special, you know, and the folks dress up, everybody comes out looking good, but it's a big night for all the young folks.
Well, that's the end of the first quarter from Olympia Field. When we come back, Baker leads it 14-0, and they're driving. In 8 situation to go. The Buffaloes as they drive, already leading 14-0. And a good look there at James Allen, the quarterback of the Baker Buffaloes. He has his team up to the line of scrimmage, and he has that option play. He keeps it inside the 10. Allen to the end zone. Allen has a touchdown for Baker. 20-0. The Buffaloes lead.
I tell you what, they really make it look easy, Dennis. Well executed play by the quarterback, followed the big fullback up. And I tell you one thing, this young man's a fine look. Look at him turn up. He's watching all the way. He sees the big hole. Fullback goes upfield, blocks somebody. He walks into the end zone. Woo, they look tough.
Well, he has good size, and he just skips into the end zone as he saw an opening and took it in. Lanier for the extra point. And look at the prime equipment shot on the extra point. There's the kick in the air, and the kick looks good to me. It's 21-0. The Buffaloes are rolling from Olympia Field. Linebackers is where we're going tonight, Coach. What a great sponsor they are at Linebackers.
Indeed. As for Dan the Dozer Nola. How about that? Where did they find that name? Woo! Well, that's his nickname when he played ball. They call him the Dozer.
Dan does a great job over there. And linebackers, it's a good place to go. And you can go there tonight and get some food because they'll be open late waiting for the Cox Game of the Week crew. A good place to watch games tomorrow.
Great
college games. And they have great food and a great place to see all the games that you want to see. Also, our sponsor tonight, let's say hi to the guys at ISC for all of your industrial, electrical instrumentation contracting, along with engineering and maintenance needs. Look to ISC Industrial Specialty Contractors. Let ISC put their reputation and experience to work for you. Is safety number one? Well, then that's where you need to go, ISC. Thanks, guys at ISC, for bringing high school football to the Baton Rouge area. Prime equipment, prime time, the big shot up in the air, the prime equipment shot. All your rentals, sales, and service, prime equipment. Here's the kickoff on the prime equipment shot, and Belaire will go back on the offense, and down the left side of the field running the football is Addison. Addison's done a good job bringing the ball back tonight for Belaire, but they can't continue anything after the kickoff return. Spears made the tackle. Tiny up there in the prime shot.
Tiny like a tutor.
Tiny has a great view of the game from where he is. He took me up before the game, Coach, and that is up in the air and a great shot. Prime Equipment, thanks for giving us or letting us use that equipment each and every Friday night on the Cox Game of the Week. Belaire back on the offense again. Here's a pass down the field, and that one's going to be completed near a first down there as Sanders flips the ball down the field, and they get almost a first down.
All right, Sanders, real quick drop, looks for the tight end, taps the big man, Matt Bazile, 6'7", 210-pound, 11th grader, tight end for the Bengals. Boy, that's a big guy.
He's a big one, Bazile, Matt Bazile. 11 minutes to go in the second quarter. Wright made the tackle for Baker, and Belaire jumps offside.
On the offense, 5 yards.
Well, penalties hurting Belaire tonight, Coach. Second down. Instead of second down and about a half yard to go, now we'll have second down, and this time they'll need just over 5 for a first. Sanders has 2 running backs in the backfield with him, and he'll hand it off to the first man, who bounces it to the outside and gets it back about a yard short of a first down. Antonio Donahue, the fullback, was knocked down by Sept about a yard short of the first down.
Willie Sept, not a bad linebacker for the Buffaloes.
That's Sanders that you're looking at. He wears number 25. He is the quarterback for the Bengals. Look at that big defense for Buffalo.
Tell you what, they got some outstanding kids out there. They play well. They well coached. The Titus, great kid. I like that guy. I've been watching him. He does a lot of good things now. He lines up at defensive end this time on a blitz. Nope, he drops back.
There's a quarterback sneak for the first down. Looks like you got a coach almost call them the Buffalo Bills.
Oh, you did? That'd have been fine.
They're a very big team, and they play well. They're playing well tonight, already leading 21-0. This one's close to the first down, and Coach, I thought he had gotten up a little bit further than that. Looked like a better surge, but the ball is spotted back, and it doesn't look like he got it to me. Maybe just a little short.
Well, let's check out the official measurement here, Dennis.
It's going to be close. Nice shot by Mike Davis from up ahead, or up above us here. Here's the stretch out, and I told you it was just short.
Boy, you called it, Dennis.
Just about an inch short of the first down.
You called it, Dennis.
And look for Belaire this time, though, maybe to go for it. as they have just a little bit to go.
Is that the call, Dennis? That's the call.
It's 4th down, and here they come.
Oh, they going for it. Uh-oh, let's see here. Yes, they are going to go for it, Dennis.
Nice crowd on the Baker side also, as from the north part of the parish, the Buffaloes have brought a crowd down for the Cox game of the week. All right, Sanders, let's see if he leans ahead again. Nope, this time he's going to throw it. They're going for all of it, and they throw it way down the field, and it's dropped down there by Johnson. He had a good shot at it, but couldn't catch it, and so now Baker will get the football.
Well, that was a call, baby. I'll tell you what, the coach showed some stuff there, baby. He threw it, and look, yeah, and he drops it.
Well, the ball was thrown a little short, but when it's thrown short like that, the receiver has a tremendous advantage as he comes back for the ball, but it just couldn't be held down there by Johnson, and so Baker gets it back in great field position at the 49 of the Belaire Bengals. Here's that option play that's not going to work this time. In the backfield, Carter makes the tackle.
Good defensive work by the Bengals there. Good assignment football. Somebody had to quarterback, somebody had to dive, somebody had to pitch. That's the way you play the ball. Good job, Bengals. Good job.
2nd down, 15 yards to go, a loss of 5 on the play. As Belaire charges in, Carter does and makes the tackle in the backfield. 2nd down and 15. James Allen still in at quarterback, and here Allen is going. The ball is flipped up in the air. A lot of confusion in the backfield there, and it's blocked and incomplete.
Came out here with a play action pass. The young man drops back, sets up, and he gets hit. Nice play by the Bengals.
Newton was the man who stuck a hand up, Coach. And
yes, Mr. Newton got that hand up, deflected the ball.
It. And that'll set down, or set up,
tell you what,
3rd and 15.
You think my boys up front aren't big. When that camera closes in, they can't get them in the lens.
All right, Allen wants to throw it. He has a lot of pressure. He throws it down the field, and it's almost intercepted. But it falls incomplete, and Baker will punt to Belaire. Carter was the man who was defending back there for Belaire.
Hauling. The intention of this play was a backside screen. Had backside pressure from the backside. Threw it out there. Broken up there. Big 76 was out there to lead the Chargers down the field.
But not a receiver out there to be seen. Here's the punt, a big charge, and he barely gets it away. And a fair catch is called outside the 25-yard line at the 27. That is where Belaire will take the ball back over as Addison makes the fair catch. Coach, they almost blocked that one.
Sure did. They had a good rush by the Bengals, and these guys are still playing very hard. You got to give them credit for it. They forced Baker into their first punting situation. Let's see what they can do offensively now, Dennis. They've struggled a little bit so far tonight, but still got a lot of time in the first half.
1st and 10 now for Belaire. Ashton Sanders, their quarterback, hands the ball off straight ahead in there, and a nice gain of about 9 yards on 1st down. Kevin White.
Oh, look at here.
That's
Dennis.
Kevin White's wife, who is one of our photographers or cameramen, Raquel White, Kevin's wife, and she's here enjoying the ball game with his son there, Jordan White. And a nice looking family for Kevin White. Kevin does a great job down on the field.
Didn't he pay the tip last week?
linebackers. We're going there tonight. Here's a handoff in the backfield. Addison has it out to the 37-yard line, and he has the first down for Belaire.
I'll tell you what, Kendall Addison, I like the little guy. 5'7", 137-pound tailback, 11th grader. Runs with he really packs that ball. He's not afraid to hit up in there. Good return specialist, doing a good job of running the football.
All right, it's a first down for Belaire. They have it now at their own 37-yard line. Ramsey came in and made the tackle, but not before the Bengals had a first down. It's 21-0. The Baker Buffaloes in the red and white tonight, leading over the Belaire Bengals all in blue and celebrating their homecoming. The handoff is to the left side. Not much running room as it comes up to about the 40-yard line. Jones makes the tackle for the Baker Buffaloes. And that'll set up Coach a second down and about 7 yards to go for Belaire. Donahue is the fullback right behind Sanders in the backfield. But Sanders wants to throw it, and he's not going to get a chance. Look at that big man charge in. It was Lindo who came in and made the tackle
for the Buffaloes.
All right, let's go back down to the field. Gary Risponi down on the field.
Let me ask you something, girls. You the captain of Belaire?
Yes, sir.
What's your favorite part of the show?
Murphy's Law.
Is she just saying that because Coach Murphy was at Belaire?
Yes, sir.
Murphy's Law. Girls, y'all got to cheer for me?
Yes, sir. BHS loves Cox Cable. BHS. BHS.
Well, confusion in the backfield there on the attempted punt. Gary,
look, Gary getting down out there, boy. I'm telling you.
Gary's our Italian Goomba on the sideline.
Goomba. Got that little wiggle, boy.
All right, first down.
Knocked the Bengals' head off, though.
No, we're going to punt it again. And here's the punt in the air.
Nice punt.
Going to be fielded down the field by Baker. And their ball carrier, Crawford, is going to be pulled down at about the 20.
Coverage.
Let's go back down there to our Galloping Goomba.
You're a cheerleader manager?
Yes, sir.
Didn't you tell me you want your own TV show?
I do. I can do it. I swear I can. I'm better than her. No.
How about you?
Yeah.
Oh.
She's so good.
This girl says she wants my job.
Yeah, I'm going to be him. One day, that'll be me interviewing him.
Good job.
That's going to be me.
You said you got a 4.6, and they said you lied.
Well, they don't know. I was right there when you got.
Back to you guys.
No, she says that that's going to be her, but there'll never be another Gary Risponi.
No, not hardly. We hope not.
1st and 10 for Baker. From the 20, the option play and a pitch out to the right side. And a lot of running room out there for the Buffaloes. That's Stacia with the ball. And he takes it all the way across his own 45 and out near midfield where Mitchell and Basile make the tackle just short of the midfield stripe. Well, you see the Baker dancers across the way, very happy with their...
Sort of looks like Gary, huh?
Very happy. And in a minute, you'll see Gary up in the middle of it.
Yes, indeed.
It's first down, just short of midfield.
We got movement on the Buffaloes.
And that'll cost Baker 5 yards. I'm Dennis McCain with Coach Barrett Murphy. Ralph Ladnier, Joe Toops up in the box with us, Gary Risponi down on the field, and our entire Root Television production crew doing their usual good job on a Friday night high school football.
And what else could be better? Cox Cable game of the week, Dennis.
Well, we get a lot of support from Cox Cable. They're going to wave the flag off, it looks like, Coach.
No, he's waving at Goomba.
Oh, at Goomba. Okay, well, let's see. He was waving the flag like he might be waving it off.
He's disturbing the sideline with that dance.
There certainly looked like movement there, but the official says no.
Yeah, they thought the Goomba was the movement.
No penalty. First down. Well, right now, 1st and 10. And the pitch out. Out this way to Sanders. Sanders is running, and Sanders is pulled out of bounds, but not before he gets it inside the 15-yard line. Barrow finally got him, Coach, but Sanders, the first big run for him tonight.
Has the option, run to, the execution is excellent. And there's the young man that leads all 5A runners in the Baton Rouge area with yards per carry, 8.9. The guy can run the football.
We heard a lot about him before he got here tonight.
He's good.
But you know, the Baker Buffaloes, they have many more players than Sanders. That's his first big run of the night, but they have really been moving the ball without really issues something out. Here is a Belaire Bengal charging across the line a little early. That'll cost the Bengals 5 yards. Well, the penalty is going to be against Belaire. And, Coach, that's a tired defense on the field by Belaire.
Well, they've played a lot of time on that field, but the Buffaloes have come out there and had a 60-yard drive, a 61-yard drive, 47-yard drive. But that 47-yard drive was a one-play drive.
Stacia carries the football. Wilson knocks him down. Gain of about a yard on the play will bring up a 2nd down. After the 5-yard penalty, that 1-yard gain, 2nd down and 4 for the Buffaloes.
Williams, Kendrick, Henderson, Wells, these guys have been opening some big holes for the Buffaloes tonight. Fine offensive group of linemen, I guarantee you that.
On 2nd down.
Gives to the big fullback.
Right in the middle there, and a gain of maybe 2 on the inside, but short of a 1st down. Crook carries the ball, but look at the big one there, Coach.
That's big. Bertel Noble, 300 plus. 2 big bookends, Wells and Noble. I tell you what, these are 2 big guys. They got good feet. They come off the football with some very explosive power.
Well, if you have to run the football, wouldn't you love to do it behind those 2 big guys?
Yeah, you would. You could get lost behind them.
3rd down, 3 yards to go for Baker. They are striking from the south to the north. And here is a 1st down as they take it straight ahead. And right down there for a 1st down inside the 5-yard line, down to about the 2.
It's to Sanders. Bob Howell, Coach Bob Howell on the sideline, calling the plays. Talked to him before the ball game. 22-year veteran.
So Sanders shows that he can not only go outside with it, but can take it right down the middle also, and he did that time just outside the 1.
They list him at 175 pounds, but he looks a lot bigger than that to me. How about you, Dennis?
He's a good-looking running back just outside the 1-yard line. 1st and goal to go for Baker, and here comes the touchdown. And that's Sanders with it in the end zone, and Baker, explosive on offense, has opened up a 27-0 lead.
Look at the blocking up front, Dennis. Gee whiz, those guys move people off the ball.
He had a nice ISO there by Stacia as he shot through and got the linebacker and opened it up for Sanders.
Great play. Isolation, back out of the backfield, lead block, walks into the end zone.
There's the
Nice
extra
shot.
point, the prime equipment shot. The Pelican point after is good. It is 28-0 on the Cox Game of the Week. The kickoff by Smith. is on the ground, and Belaire is going to have to jump on it. They better do it quick, and they do just inside their own 30, actually down at about the 28, and that's where they'll go and put it into play. Back to the field. Here's Gary Risponi.
Guys, here I am with another homecoming story. Standing next to me is Stephanie Carter. She's a graduate of Belaire High School, and you graduated when?
87.
Have y'all heard of Mama Jag? Well, this is what they call Mama Bingo. And you was telling me that you made hoagies for how many kids?
200 students.
And you the band chaperone?
Yes, I am.
And you take care of the band and all the other kids and the football players and the cheerleaders?
Yes.
And you made 200 and some hoagies?
Yes.
You know, God bless you. That's a homecoming spirit. How did you think?
Thank you.
Tell everybody hello. Happy homecoming.
Hi, happy homecoming.
Back to you guys.
All right, on first down, there is a pass that is incomplete, and it looks like, Coach, they have Donahue in the game calling the signals now, number 6. Second down, 10 yards to go, and it is Donahue in the game. There's a handoff, but nothing doing. Baker very, very tough. We talked about their offensive line all night, but that defensive line is playing a good game.
Defensively, they are very much superior right now as far as playing that defensive side of the ball. Belaire's having a little trouble getting something going, because I tell you one thing, the Buffs have got something to do with that defensive bunch.
Jones and Wright made the tackle. It's third down, 10 yards to go. On a Friday night, and a beautiful Friday night at Olympia Field. Donahue in the game, as we mentioned, calling the signals now for Belaire, and he flips it down the field. It's going to be intercepted, and this could be a big one for Baker. It's going to be a big one. It's going to be right at the goal line, and did he give him a touchdown, or did he put him out at the goal line? Looked like maybe at the goal line. Hawkins,
Brandon Hawkins,
intercepted the ball and took it right down to the goal line.
Here we go. Brandon Hawkins, free safety for the Buffaloes, sits back in there playing deep as the deepest. And there it is. He sits right there. Beautiful play. Super technique. Takes it, tucks it in, puts the ball in the right arm, protecting it and the sideline. Nice block, and nice block by 72 here. By golly, look at that. Oh, he was out.
Well, it was the quarterback, Donahue, who ran him out. And now the Buffaloes are just outside the goal line.
Tell you what, the Hawkins kid made a nice interception.
From the goal line, another touchdown coming here by Sanders. He's bouncing around, and the fumble the football. But Baker recovers. They say a touchdown.
Sign. Quarterback fell on it.
Allen fell on the football for a touchdown for Belaire.
Power, double wham, gives it to number 32, bounces in there, bounces out, fumbles a football right here, and very alertly, the quarterback, number 10, gets on the football for a TD.
Well, Coach, it never hurts to follow the play, and Allen did right there, and he recovered it for a touchdown. It's 34-0. Here's the Pelican point after.
Tell you what, James Allen's a good football player, field general for the Buffaloes.
And that was the Pelican point after. All right, let's keep it right here and go back down to the field. The mayor of Baker, Bobby Simpson, is with Gary Risponi.
Guys, we couldn't get the mayor of Plaquemine out in the rain and the mayor of Port Allen, but we have the mayor of Baker, Bobby Simpson. And Bobby, I know you're extremely happy, and that was 5 in a row for that boy?
Yeah, that's my son kicking extra points. That's 5 in a row. I guess 7 in a row if you include last game, so we're pretty proud.
You ought to be proud. And I noticed they got some mighty new uniforms over there. Can you tell us where they come from?
Yeah, last year our band was voted one of the best in the state, and they were invited to go to the White House to play for Clinton, but they didn't have uniforms, so they couldn't go. So we started an effort. The band's done a tremendous work, and they've raised enough money to get them their new uniforms. They look great.
I know you got a lot of community support, and I can see it in the stands over there. There's a lot of community support. I know you ought to be proud of that.
Yeah, that's what's happening when, for the last 2 years, we've been back to a community-based attendance zone, and it's making a difference, as you can tell. We took about that many people to West Monroe to travel with the team. It's really coming back. Our band's growing, our football team's growing, so yeah, things are good.
I would say your football team is growing. I think they had 120-something kids.
Yeah, it's been a good year, and not only are they growing in number, they're growing in size. The offensive line's about 300 pounds.
May I want to thank you for coming down all the way across the field and talking to us. And like I said, the Blackman mayor didn't do it, but you did it.
There you go. Well, thanks, Gary, and I'd like to and everybody up in the booth.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Okay, Mitchell runs the kickoff back, and he takes it across the 35-yard line to the 39, and Belaire will put it in play right there, Coach. There's a timeout on the field. Let's go to a break. It's 35-0. The Baker Buffaloes lead it over Belaire.
Big first.
They're the ones who make it in a few minutes. But right now, let's go down to Gary for another guest. All right, we'll keep it right here and go down to him just a little later. Coach, the scoring activity tonight for the Baker Buffaloes.
Hey, the Buffaloes had an impressive first half. 5 scoring drives, 4 of them offensively. One of them came off of a beautiful interception, which ended up in a 1-yard run by Allen after a 47-yard interception run by Mr. Hawkins. But quick hitting, 60-yard drive the first one, 47 the second one, but that was a one-play drive by Mr. Crook, who took it and went 47 yards.
All right, now we're going down to the field. Gary has the homecoming queen.
Hey guys, I'm standing here with 2,000 Belaire Bengal homecoming queen, Ashley Hayes. And Ashley, I know you have to be very proud.
Yes, I am.
And you tell me where you want to go to school?
I would like to attend Louisiana State University.
And what you want to major in?
Pediatrics.
Pediatric. I hear she's a total package, Miss Yolanda Hayes. This is her mother. And I hear she's a total package.
Yes, she is. She's a very, very good child, very well-mannered, intelligent. She maintains a 4.2 overall GPA. I couldn't ask for a better child. I really couldn't.
And this is her escort. This is her grandfather, Mr. James Hayes. And Mr. Hayes, I know you got to be proud.
Yes, we are. Ashley is a bright kid, a real nice girl, and we're very proud of her.
Look, and thank y'all for coming down here. And Ashley, good luck at LSU, and I hope the Bengals will do better the rest of the year.
Thank you.
Back to you guys. This is the total package.
Razzle-dazzle on the play. Addison brings the ball back for the Belaire Bengals, and the Bengals will play it from their own 31-yard line. Williams and Sept made the tackle, Coach.
Had a little backward pass there off the kickoff. Tried to put a little razzle-dazzle in the game, but good kickoff coverage by the Buffaloes.
All right, let's see what Belaire does in their first series of the second half. Trailing right now 35-0. The homecoming queen, Coach. Special night.
Proud parents and a very special night.
1st and 10 for Belaire. Their quarterback is Sanders, and he'll hand off around the left side, and running that football is Johnson. Johnson comes out to the 39. Nice gain on the play, but Sept and also Lindo make the tackle for Baker. $11 minutes, 25 seconds to go in the third quarter. A gain on the play of about 9 yards. Second down. We'll call it 1, Coach, and that was a good start for the Belaire Bengals. And a handoff straight ahead, and a first down coming as Donahue, the fullback, leans ahead, and he advances the ball just enough for a first down. Myers makes the tackle.
Tell you what, I'm impressed by the Baker Buffaloes linebacking core. These guys play, they read well, they pursue well, and they pack a lot of hit when they do hit you.
The Bengals get a first down on the play, and they have it now just over the 40-yard line. They put a wide receiver, Herbert, out this way. Tight formation otherwise. And here's a handoff to Addison trying to get to the outside. He cuts it down the field, and he dances up to about the 49-yard line, almost the 49, the 48 and a half, and that's a nice gain. A gain of 8 on the play for Belaire. Williams and Myers made the tackle for the Buffaloes.
All right, this is initially the backers are coming. They picked up by the blockers, and he puts him out on the corner. Mr. Addison's a fine, shifty little ball carrier. Watch this little move here. Cuts it back. Another plant, back inside, turns back out again. Nice run by the young man.
Second down, 2 yards to go, we'll call it, for Belaire. And that handoff straight ahead to the fullback, Donahue. Donahue has another Belaire first down as they move into Baker territory.
Like the Bengals have come out fired up this half, and they know they got to get something on the scoreboard, and these guys are starting out with a fine offensive drive here in the second half, Dennis.
It was Gray and Jones who made the tackle for Baker, but not before Donahue got a first down. 1st and 10 for Belaire at the 47. Sanders, a handoff in the backfield to Addison, but look at that tackle. Lindo charges in and makes the stop.
Jeff Lindo, Jr., defensive lineman, has been playing a fine ball game tonight, made some big tackles so far.
He's 220 pounds, Coach, and he got in the backfield very quickly to make the tackle. Second down now, second down, and, well, almost 15 yards to go for Belaire. Let's see what the Bengals do. They'll put a wide receiver out to the right. That's Herbert again. Herbert is how he spells it. And here's a reverse in the backfield. And looking for some running room and finding a little bit is Johnson. And Johnson is going inside the 45-yard line to the 43. Williams makes the tackle, but the galloping Goombas at it again. He's down on the field.
Guys, we got the Baker Buffalo cheerleaders, and they've been having a lot to cheer about. And I got the captains.
Woody Landry.
And what is your... Erica Wooding. Look, girl, don't give me a good cheer.
Cubs Game of the Week! Cubs Game of the Week! Go!
Back to you guys. Give them a...
Here's a rollout and a pass down the field that is going to be caught inside the 30-yard line. Caught down there by Addison, and defending was Sims on the play.
Mr. Addison, he's Mr. Do-It-All for the Bengals tonight.
Back to you guys.
Well, Gary always brings the fine young ladies of high school football to our screen each and every week. Eight minutes, 11 seconds to go. Belaire is driving. They have it at the 29, a handoff to Donahue. No running room there, Coach. Good job by the defensive front of the Baker Buffaloes, and they stop that run about right at the line of scrimmage. Lindo and Myers make the tackle. Second down, 10 yards to go. You're watching the Cox Game of the Week. The only live football game in the entire state of Louisiana each Friday night. And you're looking at Ralph Lanier, who is here in the press box with us with the glasses on and spotting all of the tackles down there on the field. And there is one that Ralph can spot in the backfield for a big loss. And Ralph says that Gray made the tackle back at the 35, and Prentice was in there with him.
Titus Gray, man, I tell you what, he's a fine ball player. Nice swim over technique by number 42. 33 comes out, but good pursuit by the Baker Buffaloes, and comes up with a saving nice hit by number 85 also.
Yes, Spears was in there also making the tackle, and it brings up third down now. Third down and 16 for the Bengals as they put wide receiver out to the right. They have a man in the slot, and now here's a pass is going to be caught. And some running room out there for Addison. Addison is down to the 5-yard line. He might have stepped out, Coach, at about the 9.
He came out with a trips formation to the wide side of the field. Mr. Addison, Kendall Addison. Boy, I tell you what, he's a fine football player.
Hawkins finally made the tackle.
Backside, catches Addison out of the backside to the weak side, turns up, got good speed. He's turning on the afterburner here. He gets picked right down by the goal line. So the Bengals are in business. 6:40 left to go in the third quarter.
The ball is spotted at the 9-yard line, and he stepped out of bounds. Hawkins finally pulled him down. Let's see if the Bengals can get in the end zone. Here's a run or pass situation coming, and the run is just back to the line of scrimmage. Not even that. Out of bounds at the 10-yard line. And on the tackle was Trotter, Joel Trotter. Coach made the tackle. It'll be second down and goal to go for Belaire. The Bengals trailing 35-0, and they would love to get on the scoreboard right here on their homecoming night. Second down and 10 to go, and a run coming to Johnson. Johnson is outside. Johnson's in the end zone. Touchdown for the Bengals. And that's a happy crowd now as the Bengals get on the scoreboard. Okay, 6 minutes. 23 seconds to go in the third quarter, and the Bengals now, Coach, are on the board. There's the extra point by Oxley in the air, and good. It's 35-7. We're coming back, and we have more action to come on the Cox Game of the Week.
AAA Body and Paint, voted.
All right, they line it up here. It's good to see the Bengals get on the board. They got some fight in them still.
It was a 70-yard drive on 12 plays and a 10-yard touchdown run by Johnson.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The kickoff coming down the field. Belaire kind of looking for an onside kick there, but they don't get it. And so they'll get the ball at about the 30-yard line. Sepp makes the tackle.
All right. Starts out as a nice sweep. Both big linemen pull it. Tell you what, he turns the corner, shows good speed, good block out there by both the offensive linemen to set the big back into the end zone for the Bengals. And there are some happy Bengals. Got on the scoreboard.
Sepp, the man that brought the kickoff back to the 30. And that's where Baker will put it in play. Howard is the man who is out wide to the left. Allen is still the quarterback for the Buffaloes. And here comes that option. Allen is going to keep it. Allen keeps it across the 40. Allen is out to the 44, and he has a first down for Baker. It was Barrow and also Newton who made the tackle for Belaire.
Tell you what, Mr. Allen for the Buffaloes, I tell you what, he can wheel and deal. He's the real deal. Fine-looking quarterback.
He's very poised at quarterback for Baker. He wears the number 10 on his uniform.
Just a junior, too, Dennis. 190 quarterback. 190-pound junior quarterback. He's running the bone very effectively for Coach and the Baker Buffaloes.
Allen causes signals, but the official is going to throw a flag before Baker can get that one off, Coach. A lot of flags tonight.
Belaire game.
Be a Belaire game, I think, here, Dennis.
Well, the call is delay of game. 1st and 15 now for Baker. A great crowd out here tonight on the Cox Game of the Week.
Real good crowd tonight, Dennis. Real good.
And a good shot of Allen there. As Allen hands off in the middle, but boy, Belaire did a great job on the inside as the entire front line on defense of Belaire made the tackle. Wilson was one of the men, the 6', 285-pound defensive lineman. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 15. Second and 15. Coach look for the option on this play again by Baker because they do that so very well. They have the strong side of the field to the right, and that's where they go with it. And there's a pitch out to Stacia. Stacia is flying down the sideline. He's all the way to the 35, the 32. First down for Baker. Let's go back down to Gary Risponi as Basile makes the tackle.
Hey guys, standing next to me is a longtime friend and the principal at Baker High. That's Mr. Wayne Messina. And Wayne, you got a lot to be happy about tonight.
Gary, it's a great night for football. Great night for football. Proud of our kids.
I know that the 35-7 score is going to make it real proud.
Oh, yes. Last week was a nail-biter. Central came in, played us real tough. We would do a game like this tonight, though. We've got a great group of young men.
Wayne, you got anything on the calendar at Baker High School you like to tell Baton Rouge about?
Well, in 2 weeks, if everything stays like it is tonight, we're going to be playing Glen Oaks for the district championship, and I don't think you'll be able to get a place to sit. It's going to be packed.
Back to you guys. And by the way, Wayne and I graduated the same year at high school. I look so much older than him. 64
well, the Buffalo fans.
Screw high.
Go Indians.
Nothing like high school football. Let's go back and look at that last play because it was an option to the right side. And watch Stacia fly, but a nice block to spring him.
That's Lindsay, number 32 for Baker. Lindsey Sanders, the big running back, who not only is a runner but is a good blocker. He's averaging 8.9 yards per carry coming into the ball game tonight, but you got to give the young man credit. He's a blocker also. He's a team player.
Here's a long pass down the field that is almost caught,
intercepted,
but now is intercepted. No, they say he's out of bounds. Oh, we'd like to see a replay of that one.
We might be overruled here.
Barrow.
We got another.
Barrow appeared to intercept it.
Let's see what he's going to say.
But it was called out of bounds. Coach, that was close. It was batted up in the air and almost intercepted. Belaire plays it on defense. The Baker Buffaloes on offense. And Coach, the official, drops another flag.
Well, that's what they're out there for, Dennis. That's what you call laundry time. They get paid to come out there and throw a few flags every now and then.
Coach, man, on the defense, 5 yards.
5 yards on the D.
Well, line up in the neutral zone and see if the official doesn't throw it, and he throws it very fast. As soon as you get there, it's a penalty.
It's called encroachment.
That makes it 2nd and 5. Baker benefits from the 5-yard penalty. And they'll play it inside the 30. The option play, Allen keeps it, but he keeps it and has a lot of company back there.
All over the young man.
Tyson was one of the first men to get there, and down goes Allen.
Comes down the line with the option again, a little load option here. Looking for somebody to block, turns up inside. Great pursuit by number 54. Olinda. Jasmine Olin, 6 foot, 242 pounds.
3rd Third down.
Still coaching on that sideline.
Third down and 6
Coaching
yards
hard.
to go. Baker, there's the
Counter
option right. And there's a run by Stacia. Stacia has a first down. Stacia is going to be pulled down, but not before he gets that first down inside the 15-yard line and down to the 13.
All right, this is the first time tonight, if we're on the replay here, this is what we call a counter option. This is the counter option off of the wishbone. Starts one direction, comes back, reaches the end, pitches it real quick. The back turns up, number 41, makes a nice turn, cuts back, turns up the field, and gets good yardage. Almost breaks it here, but a saving tackle right there.
It's a first down. The ball outside the 15 at about the 17, and now leaning down to close to the 16 for a gain of about 1 on the play. Tyson makes the tackle, and Newton also helps out with that tackle. And we have an injured Belaire player on the field. Look at that tackle there as Newton steps in and really pops the ball carrier.
Tony Newton.
All right, there's a timeout on the field. It's 35-7. Baker leads it on the Cox. Might have got a leg whip there on the inside.
One more time.
The number 54, Olin, coming off the field. Let's see if we can see anything on the replay.
Well, let's see if we can pick it up here. Wow. Hard to see, but looks like he got his leg bent back a little bit. Hope the young man's all right. He's been assisted off the field. It looks like he's walking fairly well, but still needs some folks to help him, and I sure hope he's okay.
Well, the play results in a gain down just almost to the 15, just outside the 15. So we'll call it first down or second down now and 8 yards to go. As the official rolls the clock again, and the clock ticks down to 3 minutes and 4 seconds to go in the third quarter. Second down and 8 for Baker. Allen wants to throw, and he throws to the end zone, but overthrows his receiver.
He got banged pretty good, too, on that pass rush. Overthrew his receiver, but he got a pretty good lick.
Well, he had a couple of men in the end zone, but overthrew it in the end zone, and so now...
Here it is, off the play action, sets up the throw. Number 90, man, whacks him again. Number 90's played a good ball game for the Bengals. Let's see who he is. Tony Newton, 6'3", 230, 12th grader, defensive end. I'll tell you what, he brings a load when he comes. He's a hitter. Good
Bob Howell. Buffaloes tonight winning 35-7 and threatening again. Here's a pass out this way that is too low, and that one was out there to Howard, but Howard was on the ground, Coach, when he caught it.
Incomplete.
Barrow came up, but Howard was already on the ground, and so he couldn't advance it. Keeps the clock running at 2:26, and it brings up a fourth down and 8 yards to go now for Belaire. On defense, I should say, and the Baker Buffaloes threatening on offense and leading once again 35-7. Coach, another option play, or no, we got a field goal.
Field goal. They're going to take time.
There's a timeout on the field. We'll be right back for the field goal on the Cox. Well, let's see what's happened. Now they're going to keep it on the field, so we'll keep it right here.
They're going to tee it up.
Jake Lanier, number 87, tries the field goal. He's trying a 35-yard field goal. There's a snap and a fake and a wide open receiver for a touchdown for Belaire. For Baker, Lindsey Sanders, the running back for the Buffalo Buffalo score. But there's a flag, Coach, on the field. Let's get the call.
Personal foul.
Now we got a personal foul.
Roughing the passer. On the
Roughing the passer.
Touchdown, good.
Decline, touchdown.
They'll decline that one, and the Baker Buffaloes have another touchdown, and now they lead it 41-7 with the extra point still to come. It's the Pelican point after now. Jake Lanier now goes off the field, and it looks like Baker, Coach, might be going for 2.
Baker got some confusion here. I don't know what to get ready to do. What's going on here? What's going on, Dennis?
Well, they got a penalty for that roughing the passer, I guess assessed after the touchdown. So since they are so close, they've decided to go for the 2-point conversion. And there it comes, and in the end zone,
walks in,
it's
they
good.
went for 2.
That was Chris Crawford who came in and got the 2-point conversion on the Pelican point after on the Cox game of the week.
Right now at McDonald's, we've got some mighty big news.
Up as if they were going to kick a field goal. They faked it, and a good call by Baker because Sanders was wide open down the field, Coach.
Nice fake here by the quarterback. Sets up, throws it. Nobody covers up back there. And Big Sanders walks into the end zone, untouched. Nobody around him.
Good job, guys. Alan Semino with that shot.
Big Alan Semino.
Alan Semino, Kevin White, Mike Davis, and Tiny Lagatuda bringing us all of the action on camera tonight.
Big Root production.
Our field director is Jay Root, and production assistants Diego Cortez and Tim Tracy. And there's the kickoff going down the field. And Addison brings it back to about the 23. Johnson makes the tackle. It's a Root Television production. Our engineer is Frank Hilliard, and our production director, of course, A.G. Art Root, who does such a great job up in the box with me, Ralph Ladner, and Joe Toops as they spot and bring us stats up here. And, of course, our thanks to Cox Communications, Jeff Ruche, Jackie Vines, James Barnes, all the guys and ladies over at Cox Communications. Thanks for all you do to support the Cox Game of the Week. I'm Dennis McCain with Coach Barrett Murphy and Gary Risponi down on the sideline. Belaire has the football, and they hand it off out there. And running out to the left side with nowhere to go is Johnson. And down he goes after the Baker Buffaloes knock him down. Jones was one of the men, Coach, who got in on the play.
Tell you what, the Buffaloes got some other guys in the ball game now, and they playing pretty hard themselves and still playing tough, the Buffalo defense.
It's 43-7, and we are very, very glad that all of you have joined us on this Friday night for high school football. We'll be here every Friday night. We'll finish this season, and then we'll go into the playoffs, and we'll bring you some big playoff games. Last year, of course, we brought you the big Catholic Evangel game, and that one went statewide. So who knows what we'll do this year. Not much in the backfield there. Let's go down to the field. Here's Gary Risponi again.
Hey guys, another homecoming story. Standing next to me is Colin Root. This is the son of Jay Root, who happens to be a graduate of Belaire High School. Did you know that? Did you know that, Colin? Well, here he is, and I'm going to tell you, Colin, you go to school at Parkview and you 10 years old?
Yes, sir.
You got somebody...
back and get Cullen back down on the field a little later with Gary. But right now, let's get out of here. That's the end of the third. And, of course, after a personal foul, Coach, that's a knockdown. Or is it?
Yes.
Yes, it is. And from the 34-yard line, Belaire has a first down. You saw David Bauman down on the sideline a few moments ago. He's the first-year coach at Belaire, and a good guy and doing a good job with a young team.
Very young football team, and you know, it takes time. You come in new, you got to put in your system. You got to get everybody in the right state of mind, and the Bengals are still fighting. You got to give them credit for that.
First and 10 for the Bengals. 1 quarter to go now. Hand off straight ahead to Donahue. Donahue has 2 yards as he advances it down the field. And
got another flag out there.
A lot of pushing and shoving after the play.
Pushing and shoving. Like I said, we're getting a little sloppy out there now.
Well, Coach, we want to thank both schools for their support of the Cox Game of the Week. And first of all, for Belaire with Coach David Bauman. And, of course, their principal, Mara Fontenot, the host team tonight. Here's the call on the field.
Personal foul, late hit, green.
Well, that personal foul is on Belaire, and so they get a penalty right back, so they return the favor. Now let's go back and see if we can get Cullen and Gary back on the screen.
Hang on. Hey, guys, another homecoming story. That night messed up on me a while ago, and I'm sitting here with Cullen Root, 10th grade, a 10-year-old son of Jay Root, 4th grader, huh? At Parkview?
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you something. You got anybody at Parkview you want to tell hey?
Yes, sir, I do. I want to say hey to Coach Poe.
Look at that camera over there.
Coach Giot, my mom, my dad, my brother, and that's it.
Cullen, I want to tell you, you've been doing a great job. You see his Cox shirt, guys. He's been working hard tonight pulling cable. And y'all know that your dad is also a graduate of where? Belaire High School.
Yes, sir.
I wonder what year that was. 79? Well, I'll tell you what, guys. This guy has done a great job. And let me tell you what. A 4th grader at that size. Now, you tell me one thing about Parkview and Redemptor's game. Who's going to win that game?
I really don't know.
Huh? But they're going to show up, huh? Okay. Looking forward to it. Back to you guys.
Okay, and we're going to say hello from Cullen to Granny tonight also.
Hello, Granny.
As you look at the pug there.
We took a little ride in the pug. Me and Dennis explored the grounds out here in the pug today. Fine running machine. Dennis, everybody needs a pug.
Coach, don't tell them all that we were exploring in the pug, but it's a great, a great vehicle to move around.
We were just
and it comes from Curtis. All right, at the 6-yard line, Belaire now is way backed up and back there, and it's 3rd down and 26 yards to go for the Bengals as Baker, their band across the way, celebrates. 3rd and 26 as we get back to the game. A game that has been dominated by Baker. There's a handoff straight in the middle of the pile and maybe out to about the 8-yard line. But it'll bring up a 4th down and a kicking situation, a punting situation for the Belaire Bengals. Coach, we have another injured player on the field. Buffalo Pride runs deep, the sign says.
Buffalo Pride.
All right, let's take a break. It's 43-7. Baker leads it.
Calandro Supermarket, a Baton Rouge tradition located at...
Of course, they supply us with our shirts for the Cox Game of the Week. And Belaire takes a safety, Coach. Well, that's one safe way to kick it, is to bring it out to the 20. It's 45-7. On the Cox Game of the Week, Ricky Welsh and Jim and Philip and all the guys over there, thanks for bringing high school football to the Baton Rouge area. Manda's Meats. The flavor says it all. Bobby Yarborough, fine meats at Manda.
The flavor says it all.
A 2-point safety. Belaire takes it intentionally in the back of their own end zone, and so they'll have to kick it off to Baker. And the Buffaloes will go back on the attack. That is Crawford heading to the end zone. He's gone, Coach. Crawford, I think he's gone. Now he's stumbling, but he's in there. It is a touchdown. 61 yards and a touchdown.
Another personal foul, but we got also a beautiful kickoff return, kick to the far left of the field, the wild setup to the wide side of the field. If we get it on the replay, you're going to see a fine wild setup.
And a lot of speed that time by Crawford. And Bob Howell told us before the game, Coach, that Chris Crawford might see some action at quarterback tonight. And he is a fast.
All right, it is. Nice return. Sets up the wall. Comes in behind it. Turns on the afterburner here. And he's gone. I mean, he is gone. Going so fast, he almost fell.
Well, he didn't. He got it in the end zone, and he makes it 51-7. The extra point coming up. Jake Lanier has it teed up at the 10, and he's going to kick it. He's going to kick it toward the south, as we are just off of Kenilworth at Olympia Field.
Looks like the referee's getting these guys together, Dennis, and in a sportsmanship manner, he's explaining to these guys how this game should be played. Late in the ball game, big score, but guys, keep your heads on, play the right way, because if not, somebody's going to be bounced out this ball game.
That's exactly what he's telling them.
I think it's a good move by the white cap to do that in a situation the way it is, Dennis. He's done a good job here. Our head official is, who's our head official out there tonight? Hey, he is. Ronald Kemp is the white cap.
Lanier's extra point is way up in the air, and it is good. And it's 52-7. Baker leads it, and when it gets in the end zone, you can't bring it out, and so Belaire will take it at their own 20-yard line. Well, a good look there at the Bengal dancers. Yeah, their band.
Got a few other people not dressed out doing a little dancing up there, too.
Coach, I saw you dancing just a minute ago.
Yeah,
and, of course, there's the fine young coach of Belaire, Bauman. He does a good job there, and he's going to have a good team, I would think, coach, in a year or so. He's a very nice guy. All right. Here is a pass down the field that is caught down there by Donahue. Still quarterbacking is Ashton Sanders. Let's look at that kickoff return again. It was a
you got it. There's the kickoff. He kicks it to the far side of the field. It allows Baker to set up a wall, beautiful wall here, picking them off. Look at this. He turns it up to the wide side of the field, starts back in, goes back outside, puts the burner on here, showing good speed. He almost falls right here. He's so excited.
First and 10 after the pass, but now the official is going to drop another flag.
Boy, everything's getting happy here. Flags, a little sloppy on the field, and we get flags and flags. Good going to extra innings tonight, Dennis.
Encroachment on the defense, 5 yards.
Have a lot of points.
Oh, that's right. Extra innings. Okay, I got you.
Baker 52-7. Coach, it's been a pleasure once again on the Cox Game of the Week. We have still 9 minutes to go. 9:48. All right, here's a handoff to Addison. Addison around the right side, and he has it just about 2 yards short of a first down as he gets knocked down.
You got to give it to Mr. Addison, Kendall Addison. That young man shows a lot of grit, running the ball hard, returns the foot, does everything for the Bengals. It's a fine young athlete, this young man.
Newson Lowry made the tackle for the Buffaloes. And a lot of people seeing some action now on both sides of the ball.
A lot of clean jerseys out there.
But at quarterback, it's still Sanders. Sanders in a lot of trouble, and he just flips the ball up in the air. But he did try to get it to a receiver, Coach, and I think that's just going to be an incomplete pass.
You better hope it is.
Unless they call him down, let's see what the official says.
I think we're going to have some illegal procedure, or I don't know what's going on. Oh, we're getting a lot of flags.
Well, it's going to be a penalty that's going to be assessed against Belaire from the line of scrimmage, but that was a legal pass. Of course, there's nothing that says you have to throw a pass overhanded. And he got in a lot of trouble, and he flipped it straight up, but he did have a receiver right in front of him. Well, the option will rest with Baker. They can either take the penalty of 5 yards or make it third down. Let's see what they're going to do.
Decline. Third down.
They decline the penalty, so it comes back to the line of scrimmage, and we'll play it now 3rd down and 3 for the Belaire Bengals. Third and 3 for the Bengals. Now from their own 38-yard line. And here is a pitch out coming around the right side to Johnson, and Johnson is going to go down the field for a Belaire first down.
This is a reverse off the option, coming back around. Nice play here by the Bengals. He turns up the field, gets good yardage. Real good.
Well, McCray made the tackle. He's 150 pounds and a sophomore for the Baker Buffaloes. The clock continues to tick to 8 minutes. 25 seconds. Here's Addison. Addison to the 45. Addison is out of bounds. He's out of bounds inside Baker territory at the 49. And guess what? There's another yellow flag on the field.
Tell you what, Mr. Addison runs the football. He doesn't weigh but 137 pounds, but boy, I tell you what, he don't mind moving and running the football. He don't mind taking a lick either.
Lowry and McCray make the tackle once again for Baker, and a penalty being assessed against the Baker Buffaloes as the ball is brought inside the 35-yard line to about the 34, and that is a first down for the Bengals.
Coach Dale Kettles has been around a long time, wrestling coach, great guy, been in the game a long time, and I tell you what, one of the finest guys you'll ever want to be around.
All right, here's a pitch out and then a pass down the field that is going to be overthrown. They were trying to get it down there to Hebert, but the
tell
ball
you what, my boy
is
Dale,
overthrown.
Talked to Dale the night before the game, and I think this is his last final year. Looking forward to sort of kicking it back. But Dale's an outstanding wrestling coach. Did a many a mile with him when we were young, teaching and coaching that wrestling, and does a great job coaching football.
Well, he really does, and we thank him for all of the help that he gave us tonight prior to the
many
kickoff.
years in the game.
Second down and 10 is the situation for Belaire, and they line up this time with 2 running backs in the backfield.
My man Addison.
Give it to Addison. Addison is trying to turn the corner, but the Buffaloes get him after he gains about 5 yards on the play, and he gets knocked down and knocked down in bounds.
I'll tell you what, Mr. Addison shows a lot of fight in that young man, a lot of grit. Well, I tell you what, I like the way he runs the football. I think he's just a junior, too. Well, we got some guys down. We got the ice bags out. We got people icing up, hurt, banged up, flags being thrown. We got a lot going on tonight, Dennis.
But it's a Friday night, and when it's a Friday night, they come to fight.
They come to
on
fight.
The Cox Game of the Week.
And anything can happen in the Cox Game of the Week.
All right, here's a pitch out to Johnson. Let's see what Johnson does. He's in trouble, Coach.
Whoa,
the Buffaloes are chasing him. The Buffaloes are still chasing him. He turns the corner a little bit and gets it back down inside the 30 for maybe a gain of a couple of yards on the play that will set up a 4th down.
Tell you what, he was flying around that corner.
Mulkey made the tackle for Baker.
As the reverse again off of the option.
Coach,
he wanted to throw the ball, but he tucks it, and he's in danger here. But I tell you what, the Buffaloes are pursuing, and he's running.
Well, he ran about 60 yards, but he got 2 on the play.
He ran, oh boy, wow, golly, Dennis, that's a pretty good summation there, baby.
4th down, 3 yards to go if they want to keep the drive going. They'll have to convert it here. Let's see what they do. They give it to Johnson. Johnson wants to throw. He's being chased. Now he throws. It's a jump ball, and it's going to be knocked away, and the official says incomplete down there, and Baker stops Belaire.
Number 20 broke up the pass.
Willie Sepp was the man defending down there.
Off the reverse again, drops back, throw, boy, he gets this one off. Nice pass and big play by Baker's Willie Sepp. Nice break. Oh, hit his foot, bounced up.
Well, Johnson did a good job in just getting that pass away as he was chased in the backfield. But now Baker has it, and Coach, if Baker probably now will want to run some clock as they have the clock down to 7 minutes. We're coming back. There's a timeout on the field. Baker leads it 52 to play early, and I told you that the coach told us he was going to put Crawford in the game at quarterback. They did, and watch what Crawford does. He brought a kickoff return back earlier for a touchdown, and look at him here. This young man has a lot of speed, and he takes it in slow motion on our replay down the sideline. But look at his speed as he flies to the end zone.
Nice block by Jason Daniels downfield for the Buffaloes. Senior 145-pound receiver. That's what it takes to break a guy on a long one. Good downfield blocking.
Chris Crawford, the backup quarterback for the Buffaloes, for a touchdown. The extra point still to come. It's the Pelican point after.
And it's blocked.
And a new kicker in the game cannot convert the extra point. We're coming back. It's 58-7. Baker leads over Belaire. There's the kickoff down the field, and a return coming by Addison. Addison's in trouble. Addison is being grabbed by the jersey and pulled down by the Buffaloes at the 15. Ramsey was one of the guys that got him that time, and also Nelson down there. I think Nelson is the one that actually had him by the jersey and pulled him down to the turf.
What it was about running the clock? What are they doing?
First and 10, and Coach, I'm not sure why they brought it out to the 20 there. But they did, and I guess they'll start it from the 20. And so here they come, and there's the handoff to Addison, and there's the tackle in the backfield. And a loss on the play of about 3 yards as Baker is running a lot of new players into the game, and they get him in the backfield. Amuse was one of them. Cooper was another one. And down went Addison for a 3-yard loss. Well, the clock now is ticked down to 6 minutes, 5 seconds. The outcome, of course, determined a long time ago as far as the team that will win tonight. Baker with a big lead on homecoming night for Belaire. Here is a run to this side of the field. It looks like Allen in the game running the football for Belaire. Was it number 22? Could have been Kilpatrick with the ball. At any rate, it's second down. Second down, or third down now, and 9 yards to go for Belaire. 3rd and 9 as they play it from their own 21-yard line. Here's a reverse and a fumble in the backfield and a pileup, and it's picked up back there. Picked up and running with it. Out to about the 17-yard line. Being tackled by Robinson right there. We have a 4th down coming up for Belaire, and the Bengals are not going anywhere, Coach.
Tell you what, it's a tough night for the Bengals. I tell you, they met a far superior ball club tonight in the Baker Buffaloes, but you got to give credit to the Baker Buffaloes. Fine football team, well coached, both sides of the ball, and they came out here and showed why they are leading the 4-5A district here in the Baton Rouge area. Well, outstanding players on both sides of the ball, Dennis.
The ball was fumbled then, and Johnson picked it up and ran it, but he couldn't get a first down. The clock is still running, and now Belaire's going to have to get a timeout. Well, we'll take it with them, and when we come back, we'll finish it off at Olympia Field, 4:16 to go. Welcome back to Olympia Field, and at Olympia Field, let's go down on the field to Gary Risponi.
Guys, I'm here with 5 or 6 seniors right now and saying that this ain't gonna happen anymore, huh? Is that right, guys?
Oh, no. It's not gonna happen no more. You know, I got hurt in the game. I had to, you know, not playing the second half. I got a torn Achilles and a torn pelvic, but it's all right. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming back next week. We coming back next week.
We're going to bounce back stronger than ever.
Yeah.
Like always.
We got to pull together. You know, this is our last year.
And I just want to say, hey, mama.
Hey, Ma. I love you.
Back there.
Well, Belaire went for it on 4th down. It was an incomplete pass, and so Baker takes over, and here's a handoff out to the left side, and a big run coming, and down to right at the goal line, just short of the goal line. Runs another Baker ball carrier in the game, and that's Pigeon with the ball, and he is stopped just short of the goal line. Coach, the Baker Buffaloes are looking for more. They already lead it 58-7. Clock's down now to 3:48. A new quarterback in the game, too. That's done in the game. Quarterbacking the Buffaloes. And here is Pigeon to the end zone. Touchdown, Baker. Well, it's been all the Baker Buffaloes tonight on the Cox Game of the Week as they lead it now 64-7.
You're correct, Dennis. It's been a long night for the Bengals. 3:35 left in the ball game, 64-7. Buffaloes on top. Big time.
Well, it's time for the Pelican point after, and their fine kicker, Jake Lanier, is in the game to try the extra point. He kicks it up in the air, and that might have been deflected, but it's good. We're coming back as the Baker Buffaloes have upped their lead.
Clearance price, $18.94.
And here's a handoff out to the left side, and a big run coming, and down to right at the goal line, just short of the goal line. Runs another Baker ball carrier in the game, and that's Pigeon with the ball. and he is stopped just short of the goal line. Coach, the Baker Buffaloes are looking for more. They already lead it 58-7. Clock's down now to 3:48. A new quarterback in the game, too. That's done in the game. Quarterbacking the Buffaloes. And here is Pigeon to the end zone. Touchdown, Baker. Well, it's been all the Baker Buffaloes tonight on the Cox Game of the Week as they lead it now 64-7.
You're correct, Dennis. It's been a long night for the Bengals. 3:35 left in the ball game, 64-7. Buffaloes on top. Big time.
Well, it's time for the Pelican point after, and their fine kicker, Jake Lanier, is in the game to try the extra point. He kicks it up in the air, and that might have been deflected, but it's good. We're coming back as the Baker Buffaloes have upped their lead.
From Cajun cuisine to the party of your dreams, Drusilla Seafood Restaurant and Catering says it all. Drusilla caters to large and small groups, and elegance is no object. Next time you plan your special event, make Drusilla a part of the plans.
And this time they'll have it at their own 26-yard line. Coach, it's been a pleasure tonight.
It's been a good one. I mean, you know, it's always good to bring the high school ball games into the area. Sometimes you get some tight ones, and sometimes you get some like we've seen tonight. But you know what? Belaire regroup. They'll go back to work. And I guarantee you they'll be out here next week somewhere in the city of Baton Rouge playing hard again.
It's the Cox Game of the Week and the only live high school game in the whole state of Louisiana every Friday night. Addison runs into his own man and then keeps running and then comes to the outside and then tries to go back inside, and that's where he goes down at his own 47.